Today we're going to check out the Superkopp, a fully manual, no electricity needed espresso machine that is even one of Time magazine's best inventions of the year 2023. So the Superkopp. Before we go and make an extraction, let's actually talk a little bit about the machine. We've got a molded aluminium body with a really stylish wooden base. Now the wooden base is kind of optional because there's even a kit so that you can attach it to the wall in your kitchen with a little cup holder underneath for your extraction. Now, not all of it is aluminium. There's a lot of stainless steel. Our levers are stainless steel portafilter, and the reservoir is a food-safe polycarbonate, so it can support that 9 bars of pressure with little indicators for how much water you need to put in. We're really talking about a machine that's high quality, high build, and made to be repaired. And all of the parts on it, you can actually find as spare parts on the Superkopp website to repair it yourself. And it's really easy. And to show how quite high quality, there's even an engraved plaque on the side of the machine. So really, you know the quality is there. Now let's get to it and make an espresso. Right, so before we get going, I've got my hand grinder, I've got my kettle, only a piece of electricity I'm going to be using for this whole thing. Now, my grind, I am on about 18 grams in, and I'm gonna try and get about 40 grams out. Now, as you can see on the machine, I've got the bottomless portafilter, which is an accessory like the wall mount, but I highly recommend bottomless because I'm a geek. The grinder I'm using is a decanter, the MG07, and I'm at just under 45 points on the guideline. So I'm going for a real fine grind, an espresso grind. Now, Superkopp say that you can use a pre-ground coffee with the machine. I don't really recommend it because you won't have the oils and you won't be able to tailor your grind size for the coffee, for the machine, and for your recipe. The water I'm using is about 97 degrees. Now it's a little bit hot because I'm going to lose a lot of that temperature as I go through. Now, I didn't say earlier as I was talking about the stainless steel portafilter. So 58 millimeter portafilter, I've got the bottomless and I've got the 2-cup basket inside it. There is a 1-cup basket that's delivered with it. Don't use it. 1 single cup basket's awful, and it's known that they're awful as well, so never use it. So 18 grams in, which I am going to tamp like an espresso. Now, because I'm in bottomless, I've got to make sure that it's properly distributed and properly evenly tamped, so make something pretty for the video. Now, I take my reservoir, I put it on top, and make sure that it can fit all the way down. Now, what's important is on the filter, there's actually a line to show where you can't go over. I'll have a look at that in the zooms. I fill up my portafilter up to that second reservoir, up to that second line. Onto the machine I go, chuck my scale underneath. Now what I'm looking for, like I said, is a 40 out. Now it's going to take a little bit of time. 2 clicks for my pre-infusion, wait a few seconds, and I'm away. Now, unlike other lever machines, I'm not getting a lot of pressure build-up. It's perfectly easy to pull and re-click as I'm going through, and I've got an exceptionally good bottomless. I had a little bit of channeling coming through. I'm going to do 1 more pump, and I'm good. Take it off with my volume needed, and there is my espresso. Looking excellent. Now, the fun thing about the Superkopp is obviously the piston is down in the chamber. So now I have to pull it out. And to do so, I've just emptied the chamber, as you can see with the bubbles that have popped. And what I'm going to do is push it a little bit further, and you hear a nice little pop as the piston comes out. And there you go. It's ready to be cleaned and set up again. Now, the filter is actually the reservoir is actually relatively clean. Give it a rinse under the tap, and the portafilter, like usual, just knock it out. But what's most important is to taste what I've made. Now that's really nice. So I'm using 80-20 Arabica Robusta blend, and I've got a little bit of that kick of Robusta, but I've still got all of the notes coming through from the Arabica. I've got a lot of cocoa nibs, and that made a really nice espresso. And really easily as well for a lever machine, because it's those clicks that are managing that 9 bars of pressure to pull through everything. Now, this coffee is great for me, and it's one of the coffees that you can find on Maxi Coffee, but each coffee for every person is different. So you can find the right coffee for you based on the tasting notes and roast level that have been analyzed by our coffee lab. Now, obviously, I've only made an espresso today because it's an only espresso machine. If you want to make something like latte macchiatos or cappuccinos, you're gonna need a milk frother on the side. Obviously, because it's a full-on espresso machine, making an excellent cup of espresso, you can go in there and experiment with all sorts of milk-based recipes that you want. So who's the Superkopp really for? Well, it's for people looking for a great cup on a manual machine without taking a lot of effort. Because the lever and the click system is taking care of all of the pressure for you, you've got no pressure management to do. It's really easy to set up and use. I didn't show my dialing in that I was using on the coffee before we started filming, but it only took me 4 cups to find something which was great. So really a machine that's simple to use. You just need a grinder that is capable of that espresso grind. So if you're looking to invest in an easy to use manual espresso machine, really you shouldn't look any further than the Superkopp. Me and Laurent are going to try out a few more cups because that was really nice. And until next time, I'm going to say, have a nice coffee.